Most people think changing their financial life requires a big breakthrough, more income, a lucky investment, or a perfect opportunity. But in reality, the biggest shifts come from small rules repeated consistently over time. Imagine two people earning the same salary. One slowly builds wealth, peace of mind, and freedom. The other stays stuck, stressed, and always behind. The difference isn't intelligence or luck, it's perspective. And perspective is shaped by tiny habits and rules that guide daily decisions. Money is not just math, it's behavior. It's emotion, identity, and psychology wrapped into every choice you make. When you change the way you see money, you change the way you use it. And when you change how you use it, your entire life begins to shift. These 5 small rules may look simple, but if you truly apply them, they can completely transform how you think, act, and grow financially. The first rule is simple: pay yourself first. Most people spend first and save what's left, if anything remains at all. This creates a cycle where saving feels optional and inconsistent. Instead, flip the system. The moment money comes in, a percentage automatically goes to your savings or investments. It's no longer a decision you debate each month, it becomes a rule you follow without emotion. This small shift rewires your brain. You stop seeing savings as leftover money and start seeing it as your priority. Over time, this builds discipline and removes the temptation to overspend. Even starting with 10% can make a massive difference. The goal is not perfection but consistency. By paying yourself first, you are sending a powerful message: your future matters just as much as your present. And that mindset alone separates people who stay stuck from those who quietly build long-term wealth. The second rule is to make money decisions based on systems, not feelings. Emotions are the biggest enemy of financial success. Fear makes you sell too early, greed makes you chase trends, and anxiety makes you avoid decisions entirely. Instead of relying on how you feel in the moment, build a simple system you can trust. This could be automatic investing every month, a fixed budget, or clear rules about when to buy or sell. Systems remove the need to constantly think and react. They create stability in a world full of noise. When the market drops, your system keeps you consistent. When hype rises, your system keeps you grounded. Over time, this protects you from your own worst impulses. The truth is, you don't need to be smarter, you need to be more consistent. And consistency comes from systems, not emotions. This rule alone can save you from years of costly mistakes. The third rule is to focus on building assets, not just income. Many people spend their entire lives chasing higher salaries, believing that more income will solve their problems. But income alone doesn't create wealth, assets do. Assets are things that generate money for you, even when you're not working. This could be investments, businesses, or anything that grows in value over time. When you shift your focus from earning to owning, your entire strategy changes. Instead of upgrading your lifestyle with every raise, you start acquiring assets that compound over time. This creates a powerful snowball effect. At first, progress feels slow. But over the years, small investments begin to grow, multiply, and accelerate. Eventually, your money starts working harder than you do. This is the moment when financial stress begins to fade. It doesn't happen overnight, but it always starts with the decision to prioritize assets over appearances. The fourth rule is to understand the true cost of every purchase. When you buy something, you're not just spending money, you're spending time, energy, and future opportunities. That $100 item isn't just $100, it might represent several hours of your work. And more importantly, it represents what that money could have become if invested instead. This doesn't mean you should never spend, it means you should spend with awareness. Every purchase has a trade-off. When you begin to see money as stored life energy, your decisions become more intentional. You start asking better questions. Is this worth it? Does this align with my priorities? Over time, this awareness naturally reduces unnecessary spending without forcing strict budgets. You don't feel deprived, you feel in control. And that sense of control is far more powerful than any short-term pleasure from impulse spending. The fifth and final rule is to play the long game. Most people want quick results, fast money, rapid growth, instant success. This mindset leads to risky decisions, constant switching strategies, and eventual burnout. Wealth, however, is built slowly and quietly. It rewards patience, consistency, and discipline over long periods of time. When you adopt a long-term perspective, everything changes. Market drops become opportunities instead of threats. Slow progress becomes acceptable instead of frustrating. You stop chasing trends and start trusting your plan. The long game is not exciting, but it is effective. It allows compounding to work its magic. Small, consistent actions, done over years, create results that seem impossible in the short term. This rule teaches you to zoom out, stay calm, and keep going. And in a world where most people quit too early, simply staying consistent already puts you ahead. In the end, these 5 small rules are not about restriction, they are about clarity. They help you see money not as something stressful or confusing, but as a tool you can control and direct. You don't need a perfect plan or a huge income to start. You just need a better perspective and the willingness to follow simple rules consistently. Over time, these small shifts compound into something powerful. You become calmer, more intentional, and more confident in your financial decisions. And perhaps most importantly, you stop feeling like money controls you. Instead, you begin to control it. That's the real transformation, not just more wealth, but a completely different relationship with money.